Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, seekers and sojourners of truth, the 144, chosen of the chosen few. You all know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, always reporting to you live from nowhere other than the dimensions number 5, the fifth dimension, up on the rooftop, blazing in the sun, beam me up Scotty type of sunbeams that's happening. I'm feeling this light, feeling this heat out here in the meds of it all. I was about to do a video on the divergence to convergence, being that we just had a convergence day, and I want to share that information with you while I'm here still doing what I do. The spirit had stopped me and said, wait a minute, the cards. So I did not do the card reading. This is to be a part 2 to the card reading from the full moon. And I know this is a week later. We're still within that window of the week before going. We're in the waning phase, but we're still within that window. So I want to share what those cards were, what the pull was. And then we will get to the convergence information. So now that we've gotten our view being brought here to you from the wisdoms in the wind, y'all see the wind is winding, right? It's doing its thing. So the wisdom is kicking up in the wind. And so it's really taken, as you can see, the power of the wind and just the way this is burning, right? Very quickly, I just lit this. So while we call in the ancestors, the celestial hosts, the celestial bodies to give this message, here it is. I'm giving it to you as it came to me, as well as whatever else comes up in that. So I'm going to set it down here. Y'all know I don't have my stand, so work with me right where I am. Ashe? Ashe. So the first thing that came up, remember this is the full moon in Cancer, was dealing with updating our emotions, and I was asking the spirits as I'm pulling the cards to guide me, to speak to me, what is happening now? What is showing up now? So this is reflective, obviously, reflective of a week ago and what was happening about a week ago. So work with me in this strength. We don't want to say weak because we ain't weak, we strong. So about a strength ago, okay? So the first cards that flew out, you know, I like to go with what flies out. It's usually a 7-card draw, but there's some cards that flew out. So there's some mini messages in here for you, whoever it may be, for me, you, for us, and we. Ashe? So the first one is, and these came out upside down, all 3 of them pretty much. The first one that came out was Shining Through, which really came out like this, right? Faithfully, you can see Shining Through, and it's a throat chakra card. So at that moment, remember we just entered the throat chakra season, and at that moment, it's pretty much highlighting, you know, where we are. Like, this is what's happening. Shining through. This is what is being asked of us. This is what's happening. We are in this space, but it's upside down because not really. It's like shining through, but not how you think you should be shining, not in a show-off kind of way. And also because not everyone is turning on their shining, right? So it's upside down, but this is where we are. The energies are asking for that throat chakra, the expressions of truth to be shining through, be true to you, right? And then the next one that came out was the Time Machine card. Came out upside down, of course. This is a root chakra card, so this is what we need to be doing, the action step 2 of what we need to be doing, as this set of these 3 kind of came out right back behind each other, 1, 2, 3. So the Time Machine means in the root chakra, you know, letting go of, releasing, being able to trust. This is the action that we need to be doing. Trust, coming out of their time machine matrix, unlocking, realizing that there is a time machine that you are in, and you can literally see the hands of time, the clocks and everything. So upside down because it's not really it's the action step that needs to be taken, but not in the way that we think, not according to, okay, Ashe, not according to man's time. The sage just blew over and it is blowing. But according to the divine time. Do we know the hands of time? Do we know the 12 on this clock are also pointing you to the 12 gates, the tick-a-tock on the cosmic clock? So the action is really asking us to find the true time machine, right? And then the card that came out after that, one of my favorite kind of wish upon a star. It's one of my kind of the cards that are a little elusive, a little bit. Wish upon a star, but of course upside down, not the wishes that you think. So this is where the outcome would like to take us, and where we would like to be in our third eye activity, to wish upon a star. So during this full moon, it's highlighting the shining through, the time machine, wish upon a star. Where do you want to be? And are you, it's going to bring us to the faith of the third eye. There you go. And that's why it's upside down too, because it's not the wishful thinking type of wishes. It is where you commit, right? It is by you understanding the faith. So what do you commit to? And you're willing to step to something because of the faith. Wish upon a star. So not starry-eyed daydreams, but true, tangible dreams that can be made tangible through your inner commitment, through your faith. All right, so this was that 3 set. And so the next 3 set that fell out before my 7 draw was, they were actually power moves, like bringing you into your I am. And there's a lot of work with this solar plexus to really, this full moon, to work with your solar plexus and your heart. So a powerful move was pulled. Well, these actually came out together. The first set came out 1, 2, 3. These came out together, so let it be. 1, 2, 3, so let it be. A powerful move is a solar plexus card. And it was really, when I saw it, it was highlighting the crown. As you can see, it's purple and it looks very royal-like. You can see the crown on top, or the queen on top. And so this full moon was really focused on the crown chakra. So as this came out, it was really highlighting that solar plexus work that we need to get into our crown, to help open the pathways for our crown. Those power moves that we make that are connected to our crown and total connectivity is the power move of knowing who you are. So it's showing me that a lot of us are like here. We know who we are. We know where we are. We know our power. The action step, here, just keep going. The action step is, all right, wisdom is being the storyteller. Being the storyteller. And this one came upside down because it's not the storyteller that you think. It's reminding us that we teach people how to treat us. The story that we tell usually is going to, and the story that you tell and that you hold up to is what people are going to treat you according to. And so the action step is taking that pen, and in your solar plexus, again, solar plexus work of taking the action to be who you are here to be. Write that story. Unwrite the old narratives that you have held yourself to bring you into that true story. You hold the pen. The pen is the key. You see the key right there with the book? The pen is the key. So this is the action step that we have to take in this, with this process of the power move that we know that we're in, right? And then opening to discovery is the last one of these 3. And this is a throat chakra card, in which the solar plexus and the throat goes hand in hand, because how you am, what you are in your I am, is going to be your expression of how you're expressing yourself. So opening the door to discovery is the outcome we want to be in. So by knowing who you really are, being in that power move, telling the story, writing, taking responsibility and accountability for who you are, is basically the type of control you want to take. Not being controlling, but you take control by realizing that you hold the pen, right? And that, when you do that in your I am, in your solar plexus, it's going to bring you to opening to discoveries in your throat, and not in the way that you think. Again, why it's upside down. It's opening the doors to information. Like, you see how this wind is just really blowing. It's opening the doors to the information, the data that is everywhere. There's information right now being computed around me, because we're computers, in my auric field. And so it's going to be understanding that we're going to see, just like how you see all this energy, right? You're the keyhole, and there's all this energy around you. Opening the door to discovery is helping you to know that you hold vital information, data that flows to you and through you, and allowing that discovery to be the truth of you. It's an expression card. It's a throat chakra card. So having this and bringing us into this in this throat chakra season was the message of these 3 sets of cards, right? Usually that I just go with what pulls out. So this updating with the emotions is really helping us to listen to these instructions, see what is being guided. And as you can see, it's the throat chakra every time. We're in the throat chakra season. This one began with a throat chakra card, and the other one ended with one, the last card. So we're really being asked to be mindful of our expressions, how we show up, how we're being, and how we show up and express ourselves in the world, not just speaking, but in your doing. Ashe? So with that said, here is the ultimate 7-card draw that was pulled after these little mini messages. So stick with me as we go through. This is a truth that we have been beholding. Let me get my cards that flew away. Come back, cards. I'm back. I'm not editing anything. It's gonna go just as is, y'all. Those who love me, you'll know. So even if it's not love, just bearing witness to truth. So these are the 7 cards draw. This is what we're gonna go through to see what was actually being told to us in that moment. So the first one, and a lot of us have been feeling this, the first one is the land in between, right? Land in between means this is where we have been in the recent past, right? Past 2 weeks, and this is before last week. Remember, this was pulled during the full moon. So the week before that, 2 weeks before that, 30 days, 6 months, maybe even a year. This is what you've been in. For some of you, all of 2025, this is what you've been in. You've been feeling like the land in between because you're leaving one place, but you haven't yet reached the new place, right? We haven't gotten to that new earth. We haven't yet gotten to that part of the 5th dimension for some of us, because there's levels in 5D. There's no just, oh, we in 5D, we here. There's levels to this, right? There's levels to this ish. So a lot of us are leveling up right now. This year was a year of level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. So we've been doing that. And so a lot of us have been here. Some of us are still here. Some of us may be a little bit right here, ready to walk across that bridge. Some are still wandering around on this land, on this middle land. Some just came across out of the other bridge. They just got into this middle land, and it's like, okay, what just happened? You know, you those of you who just came out of that old place and space are feeling like, what did I drop into? What vortex did I go through? You just got suctioned out. And now you're placed here in this space of in between, and it's like, okay, what do I do now? All right. Some of us are feeling this, like we're feeling the push. The push. It's time to walk across that bridge. You see, you gained clarity. You picked up what you needed to pick up while you were here. And now you're being pushed into this next place of unfamiliarity, right? Some are just still wandering around there, and that's not a bad thing. You're still getting to know you on multiple levels, but still in that land, right? This is where we have been in the recent past. We've been in the land in between. And this is a 3rd eye card, because to be in the land in between, you got to be walking around like, okay, what's going on? I just have to trust. You have to feel. You have to sense what is happening. Your senses have to turn up and on. So this is what you've been pulled into. A lot of you have been being pulled by the energies to practice this faith faculty, to practice this 3rd eye activity of inner senses and inner sensory, not things that you're just seeing on the outside, right? Again, that opening that door to discovery. Have you been getting to know you so that you can see the expressions that are true around you? A lot of this has been happening. Ashe? The next card is where we currently are in that moment during the full moon. This is where we were, which is seeing beyond, another 3rd eye activity. Seeing beyond what is right in front of you. So what we're feeling in that moment, those of you who are feeling this energy with the full moon, is like, what am I here and seeing? What is there that I need to see beyond? What is this that is being activated in me? What are the knowledges that have been coming in, beaming into my 3rd eye? That triangle means knowledge. What is the knowledge that I have been bringing into this third eye? What is it that I'm seeing right now? Like in that now moment, you're being challenged to see. Some of you, it may not feel like such a challenge because you're simply seeing and you're allowing it to be. Right? It may feel even a little weird, but you're seeing beyond. That's the moment that we're in. The feelings that were coming up, because feelings are indicators, they're instructions. They are your intuition. Your feelings leads the way into your intuition. For you to trust your intuition, you got to trust your feelings. So this, what we were being pulled into through the updated feelings, is saying, hey, I need you to see this. Do you see that? Have you seen this in the past week? Some things have been coming up. Did you notice that? Since the new moon, we're still in the cycle of that new moon in Sagittarius, that cycle there. And even though it was at the end of Sagittarius, so it's really on the cusp of new moon in Sagittarius, new moon in Capricorn, that new moon in Sagittarius that was carrying us into the newness of the Capricorn season. But in the moon cycle, we're still from that cycle. So what have you seen since that new moon? What have you even seen since the last full moon? That is what is being highlighted at that full moon. So if you sit back and reflect on that, see what was coming up. What were you being called to see beyond? And so that brings us to what our challenges are. What were we blind to? What has been hidden from us? And that is earth magic. And see, this card came up in a previous reading. Earth magic. If you watched whatever the last reading was, I remembered seeing this card. I don't remember what placement it was at, but we were seeing this card. So now we're seeing that with the full moon, we are having a challenge of seeing. It's being hidden from us. We're not seeing the earth magic. So we're in this place of seeing beyond, but are we seeing the earth magic? Are we seeing the beyondness, the cosmicness that is within the earth, the cosmic injections that we've been getting in the earth with Third Eye Atlas? Hello. We've been getting dormant codes waking up, but it's still hidden because people are not making the connections into the earth. When we're the magic in the earth is still not being realized or self-actualized. Some may know about it, but it's not being actualized. You're not walking with that earth magic. You see this feet, your bare feet on the ground. Right? And yes, literally, but also metaphysically. Feet represent understanding. Are you putting your understanding in the soil, in the earth, in the ground, that is helping to unleash these dormant codes that are being injected, that have been injected, right? The cosmic messenger is really like the key that is unlocking the magic that has already been placed here in the earth. Yes, it's bringing some things, but it's mainly unlocking some things, and it's for us to unlock within us. We are the manifestations on the earth, within the earth, right? So there's earth magic within us, but what's being hidden is how we need to walk with this earth magic, how we're engaging in it, how we're putting our understanding in it. That is what's hidden. And it's not hidden because someone's hiding it from you. I always like to emphasize it's hidden because for whatever reason, we're not seeing it, right? We're not seeing beyond. We're in the space of seeing beyond. It's where we are here and now. This is where we are in the here and now. But while we're here, something's missing. Because a lot of times seeing beyond, people are looking up here. Right? Seeing beyond is, can you see in here? There's a beyond in the earth. There are celestials in the earth. Okay? It's not all up there in the sky. Right? The celestial bodies are exchanging its earth magic within the earth. We just got to look within. Right? We like to look out to the stars a lot. It's good, but we also got to look within. There's a balance. So that's the missing part. That's what's being hidden. While a lot of us got our eyes out there and our hearts and our minds and our inner scopes and everything out there, it's good, but don't forget in here, from the celestials and into the earth. All right, so with that said, that's what's being hidden, means this is the obstacle. So because we're not seeing, this is the card. It's a throat chakra card, ears wide open. So this is the obstacle we're having. See, now when I see that, I completely am understanding why these pre-cards that came out are saying so much about the throat chakra, because it's an obstacle that we're having. So these cards are trying to highlight to us many messages that we need to activate this throat chakra. Because what's happening in the throat chakra, ears wide open, has to do with listening, receiving. So not so much of the doing, that's why it's upside down. It's not so much about what you're saying. We're having problems in the throat chakra area because of what we are not receiving, what we're not hearing, ears wide open, right? And it's upside down because it's not, it doesn't mean that you're not hearing something, you're not taking in something. Some of us here, we're taking in the information, but we're not taking heed to what we're taking in a way that is beneficial to us, in a way that is going to help us through these pivotal moments, in a way that is going to help you into the fifth dimension, into the Aquarian age, shifting these timelines in a way that is going to help you align with the divine design that is within you according to your truth and time. All right? Don't hurt the messenger, okay? I'm saying it like it is as it's coming out. So this is the obstacle. And because this is being hidden, we're not seeing the earth magic. So we're not taking heed. We're not listening. So it's hard for us to really take in what we need to take in the way that we need to. Hear me clearly. It doesn't mean you're not receiving something. That's why it's upside down. It's asking you to look a little deeper or self-actualize it or receive it on a whole nother level. Throat chakra. All right, so that's the obstacle. Now what's going to get us past the obstacle, the helper card, is Waking the Lion. Waking the Lion, a solar plexus card, right? So what's going to help you with your obstacle in your throat is a solar plexus. It's why I say they work hand in hand. Because how are you going to do this without this being strong? What's your I am? Your receiving and your doings in your expressions have to do with your I am. So waking the lion is what's going to help us. Being courageous, being unafraid. There's a lot of things going on in the world, politically, globally, all of that. Be unafraid of all of this. Look for your soul sovereignty that is within you. Right? This is what is going to help you. Grab your lioness or lion-ish in you. Right? And that's going to be your helping card, your solar plexus. Wake that lion up. Be in your authentic authority. Move, walk in your authentic authority so that you are moving with your soul sovereignty, which is what we would have gathered from the last lunar node, north node being in Aries when it was. We had Chiron in Aries, have Chiron still in Aries during this full moon. Allow the wakened lion, allow those old imprints to be awakened in you so that we can release them. We can't fix it unless we face it. Be courageous enough to face those feelings. This is what we mean about updating the feelings. Full moon in Cancer is asking you to take these mature approaches. Face the things in your identity body that you have not been facing. Wake that lion up. All right? This is not about being a bully lion. This is about being a lion within your own soul and waking up your own codes within your soul. The truths that you behold and have been beholding, right? In order for your soul to unfold. And so that's the helper card. The action card, we're almost done. We got the last two, is Roots of Abundance. Roots of Abundance. This is the action step that needs to be taking place. And it's a root chakra card. So again, this makes sense because earth magic is what is being hidden from us. What is the problem? Problems in the roots, the way we are moving with our physical body in the earth. And so roots of abundance, and it's upside down because it's not the abundance that everybody usually thinks. This is having the mind state of abundance, not just this abundance, not just physical abundance in that way, but roots of abundance, meaning how deep can you go in your consciousness to understand that you have the abundance around you. You come here, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. You are the lords of the land. You are the landlords. Do you see your abundance, or are you still tied to a system? Are you still letting them be in control? The action step that we got to take is a little bit radical, or a lot of bit of radical, of finding out how deep these roots go. Think of your cosmic roots. Don't just think the roots within your earth and your bloodline. Your cosmic roots, meaning your cosmic line, your cosmic blueprint of how many times you have been here, how many times you've traveled, and now it's time to get the abundance in a way that you've never gotten it before, which is understanding that earth magic. This is why that's that obstacle. So because that's that obstacle in the root chakra, and the root chakra is where the action step needs to take place. And we need to see that abundance in the roots, in the earth. See what's already there for what we're worth and for what it's worth. Right? And so remember, upside down, because it's not the way in which you think. Updating your emotions. Don't look at things the way you've looked at things based on the way you have felt about things before. Those are old, those are outdated. This is why we're being updated. Let that Cancer full moon energy be the one that was nurturing you. Nurturing your feelings, letting you know it's okay to what? Release, let go, and update. And have a mature emotional body. The maturity, the maturation of third eye atlas passing through Venus and Mars type of spiritual maturation. Ashe? So this is an action step. Get your roots of abundance. Go into the earth. Be one with the earth. Find your cosmic allegiance in the earth is the true abundance. And that way you won't have to deal with the mind state of lack and limitation. Do nothing. Fear not, fret not thyself. Do nothing out of fear that invokes lack and limitation, or vice versa. Sometimes it's the lack and limitation that invokes the fear. Either way, move not on these. Think not on these things, but think on the things of abundance, of what you come from and what you can produce and reproduce. You have that power in you. Again, brings us to the writing your own story. See? Authoring your own story and not letting someone author it for you. Now, if that action step is done, we will have close encounters like what Third Eye Atlas is having with all of our personal planets, in these planets that are closest to the sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. Been having close encounters with all of us here. So if we can do what needs to be done, finding that abundance in the earth, allowing that waking lion to help you so that you're not lost in the earth magic, so that you're not having a hard time. We're not being what? Hard of hearing. The obstacle is what we're having a hard time. We don't want to be hard of hearing no more. And so if we do what we need to do what must needs be done, then this in the sacral chakra, shout out to my sacral. The sacral is close encounters. We are having, and look at the butterfly, it's transformative. This will be the outcome. We will be able to have close encounters, which brings me to the convergence, which I'm going to do a different video about, but it brings us to this convergence day where all the planets came into alignment on what? The 9th. On the 3rd, we had this full moon. On the 6th, we had, this is a 369. This is a little treat I'm giving you here as we close out. The 3, the 6, and the 9. And so the 3 was on the full moon. The 6 was the star point conjunction with Venus and Mars. Harmony. Harmonizing. Close encounters. That maturation between the two to bring us into a harmony. And on the 9th, we have a convergence, all planets in alignment and on their assignment, which is also aligning with us. The true convergence has happened. Everything that has been happening in the past 3 months up to now, in this 6-month window from September to March, Cosmic Messenger doing its thing, Third Eye Atlas. The 3 months up until now, we've been feeling this. Ever since December, we've been feeling, ever since September, we've been feeling this. October, November, December, just convergence. And now it's time for the convergence, right? So we've had the divergence to pull apart what we need to pull apart to bring us into this moment where we can now converge. The alignments are showing us it's time. It's time to find where you align in truth, in this cosmic design, within the dimensions of time of the infinite nine, 369, all of that, right? So that's what I have on this reading. This was a reading. This is a part 2 from the full moon in Cancer. I wanted to make sure I get that to you. I know it's about a week late, but maybe it gave it some time for things to marinate, right? A strength late, giving it some time for us to marinate and do what we need to do. And I'm feeling this wisdom in the wind, bringing the information through and true, however it resonates with you. This is what we want to come to, having close encounters, being able to be intimate with the universe, being intimate in the right ways with others, with ourselves. Close encounters with a transformation in time that has been in a golden cage, and you see the other butterfly is out, but this huge one has been in a golden cage, a golden preservation, if you will, being preserved in this golden cage till you can transform and have the close encounters that you need to have with that divine sacred union within you, the divine masculine and feminine in you that happened on the 6th, so that you can come into alignment. It takes harmony to bring us into alignment. So this is what I share with you. I'm going to leave it there. There's more to go on. I got the cards to you. Take it how it resonates in whatever way it does for you. Whatever doesn't apply, let it fly. It's okay. And then we'll talk about the divergence and the convergence. If I can get one, do a video later, I will, because I want to talk about this 11/11 portal today. I'm doing this on the 11th. So yesterday being the 111, another 111 portal, which had a day 3 code of creative completion. And today is a portal of 11/11. It's like 1111. Which also has a day code of 41111. So we're seeing that as well. So speaking of the divergence, in order for us to come into a foundation, 4 is that foundational balance. So we'll talk more about that. In case you don't get to see that, at least I gave you a little tidbit right here. So enjoy the rest of your day. Take the message as it comes your way. Ashe, ashe. Peace, love, and light.